The history of Need for Speed is wide and expansive, encompassing decades of games over dozens of platforms. It's seen its ups and downs, but still remains one of the hallmark racing franchises of the gaming industry. Join us as we briefly explore the history of the franchise en route to the PC release of Need for Speed. Need for Speed first released in 1994 for the 3DO, before heading to DOS, PlayStation, and Saturn. It attempted a realistic simulation of cars, with Electronic Arts actually collaborating with Road & Track magazine to properly tune vehicle handling, over- and understeering, and much more. For its time, it was amazing to note the highlight clips of cars, spoken commentary, and overall presentation. Police pursuits would also be introduced, differentiating the series from other realistic racing titles, though it wasn't so expansive at the time. Need for Speed 2 in 1997 ramped up development significantly. EA Canada collaborated with car manufacturers for realistic modeling of vehicles and physics. Car customization at a basic level was introduced, allowing players to tweak performance, tires, and overall appearance. Sadly, police chases weren't included. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit would bring back police chases in a big way with Hot Pursuit mode. This allowed players to fight off dedicated police pursuits during races or to race as the police and try to arrest drivers. AI was significantly improved, turning most races into a war, as players now had to be stopped in order to be punished. Police also used roadblocks, spike strips, etc. to stop players. That's not including the revamped graphics engine, new selection of cars, and improved physics that the third game touted. Need for Speed High Stakes upped this even further, introducing a gambling mode that allowed racers to bet their cars. It even functioned as a special multiplayer mode on PlayStation where the loser's car would be deleted, thus preventing save reloading. High Stakes still featured Hot Pursuit and new variants of the same, such as Getaway and Time Trap, which now enforce time limits on escaping cops or nabbing criminals. Over the years, Need for Speed would begin to diversify dramatically. Porsche Unleashed, arguably the greatest game in the series, would focus on a single manufacturer. It allowed players to experience the history of Porsche and complete various challenges with a variety of different vehicles. Hot Pursuit also returned with Hot Pursuit 2 in 2002 that brought the series back to its roots of cop pursuits, high-stakes races, and exotic vehicles. In 2003, the Underground series was born, lending an open-world feel to races while expanding on customization options, competitive racing, and incorporating the street culture that would become a key part of the 2015 release. Most Wanted in 2005 would continue the street racing system, ramping up the graphics and expanding on the overall scale of the open world. It was also best known for throwing cops at the player at every turn, a trend which continued in Need for Speed Carbon in 2006. Need for Speed Pro Street would explore the professional racing scene, think race wars from the Fast and the Furious, and featured drag races, speed challenges, and different types of grip races. Somehow the series took a downturn with Need for Speed Undercover in 2008, which tried too hard to incorporate a cinematic story and plot into the series' traditional racing. EA would return to a more serious racing-focused mindset with Need for Speed Shift in 2009 and Shift 2 Unleashed in 2011. In the interim, Need for Speed World, a free-to-play MMO racing title, would launch in 2010 for the PC. Unfortunately, we still got NFS The Run, an open-world game with QTEs and sequences that had you leaving your car sometime later. The series got mostly back on track with a reboot of Most Wanted in 2012, which introduced significant multiplayer additions to go with the open-world city of Fairhaven. Need for Speed Rivals in 2013 saw Ghost Games take the reins for the first time in the franchise's first cross-generational release. It promoted All Drive, allowing you to switch between single and multiplayer on the fly, a dynamic weather system, and a more vibrant open world, along with two storylines, Racer and Cop, for players to pursue. The latest Need for Speed released last year for PS4 and Xbox One, with the PC version being delayed to March 15, 2016. Unlike its console variants, the PC version will support 60 FPS gameplay and a 4K resolution to go with its enhanced visuals. It's worth looking out for, despite the game's always online requirement. What are your thoughts on the Need for Speed franchise till now? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time.